Hey guys, so today we're going to go over the sine, cosine, exponential, and logarithmic functions. These are basically really important functions you're going to need to understand when you start doing calculus. So let's first just look again what they look like. I think in other lessons we can actually go through the mechanics of each of these things, but I just want you to be able to familiarize yourself with what the forms of them. So first let's look at sine, right? So the way you're going to be able to identify a basic sine function, and by sine function I mean f of x equals the sine of x, is that this function is going to begin and really just look like this over and over and over again, the important parts being like how high does it go, how low does it go, and like when does it hit like each of these key points. So the amplitude, which we'll get to in a later lesson, is basically like how high and low the base function sine of x gets up to 1 down to -1. And then each of these points are about every pi every pi you'll find that they cross. So this is basically what a sine function looks like, is at pi over 2, at 0 it crosses here, at pi it crosses here, at 2 pi it crosses here, and it'll keep going this forever. A cosine function looks very similar. This would be the cosine of x, except, actually it looks extraordinarily similar, except instead of starting here, it'll actually start at the top. So it starts up, comes down, comes back to the top. Again, 2 pi is 1 pi, the amplitude is still 1. And you'll see it goes at 0. When x is 0, it goes from 1, then it comes down, and it comes back up. So anything you see like that will actually be basically what your sine and cosine functions will look like. And then you have an exponential function, which looks like this. So this would be like 0, say 10 and -10. It's going to look something like this. And what an exponential function is, f(x), say, is e to the x. So if you were to graph this in a calculator, it would look something like this. And then lastly, a logarithmic function is pretty interesting. It goes up something like that, right? So the point it crosses, this would be 1. So the point there, so it goes down from -infinity up, it crosses at 1, and then it slopes like this, and this function would be like f of x equals the log, say, base 10 of x. Right, so these are basically the functions you're going to think